Kitsune Rage. But yeah, 4 more for the next one. I've got another one ready, coming in hot. But yeah, would you like to give everybody a little bit of info about yourself, my friend?
Sure. So I'm Recon, tank for the team disbanded in the NGS Amateur League. This replay was submitted by our Captain Cersei for, just trying to get better as a team.
Perfect. And this is between, like, you guys range from silver to plat, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, well, let's jump right into it. Because this is a team game, I will be focusing on kind of how you guys are all playing the game, which I'm sure you would prefer anyways, instead of just yourself, if that's all good with you. Okay. Who does drafting for your team?
We kind of all discuss it. Cersei has the crown, but
okay. It kind of sounds like your mic's getting cut out a couple times. Are you on push to talk or?
Yeah, I am. I'll try and keep my finger on the button longer, I guess.
It's all good. Okay, so we have Malthael, Kilthos, and it's up against. This is actually. It's a fairly even draft, I would say. You know, they do have quite a bit of heavy engage, so that is difficult for the Alexstrasza and the Vala to deal with. But at the same time, I feel your zoning potential is very strong with the backline damage, with the catch potential of that Stormbolt Gravity Lapse combo, and also your solo lane wins straight up. If Malthael plays this smart, there's no hero on the enemy team that can really do what the Malthael does here. I assume it's going to be one of these warriors in the side lane, probably ETC over Nubarak, or they're going to put both warriors in the solo and just put Greymane up top. That's my assumptions here, but let's jump into it. But so far, draft-wise, like, fairly even. You know, they've got the race on Greymane, but we have the race with Vala, so...
3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
Okay, so they do send up the Greymane. Honestly, it seems like the best choice for them. If they send up the ETC, he's just going to get destroyed. Same with the Anubarak. Okay, I'm just being told volume's a little bit off, so let me fix this. There we go. So, as the tank, why are you dismounted here? Let's jump back real quick. Okay, you look for the Stormbolt. Immediately off that, just mount up. Like right here, just mount up. And so what you can be doing, as a warrior, you want to establish some sort of bush control. So your best thing right out of the gates here, if you miss the Stormbolt and don't find any sort of damage here, walk up here and take this bush then.
Okay.
Or at least Stormbolt it and see if you're allowed to walk into it. Whoops. Because the whole point of Muradin stepping up like this is to allow his teammates to be able to do damage to the minion wave. You're doing the same thing. See what ETC is doing? He's basically doing the exact same thing. Stepping up, providing pressure. Shouldn't really be looking for a slide, but that's okay. But yeah, stepping onto the wave and just... It removes your engage potential as Muradin, because now you have to E plus Q in order to get any sort of meaningful engagement, instead of just walking out of a bush and getting a Q for free. So it's better to be mounted up and looking for bush control. Okay, actually, there is a bunch of stuff in here that I just want to comment on again. Yeah, so I do think that you should be stepped up here, because honestly, we want them to engage into us. I really, because of the positioning of our backline, I don't think they get anything meaningful off of it. There's the engage. Stormbolt to follow, but you used it a little bit earlier, I believe. If you catch Stormbolt on the ETC like that, and then Kael'thas follows up with the Gravity Lapse, you guys do a crazy amount of damage onto ETC there. And that's pretty much all you're looking for with this type of a comp. You want to get the Stormbolt, you want to get the Gravity Lapse, you want to get all of your damage out, and then kind of reset.
That makes sense.
Or get kills. That's the best case scenario, right?
So I think one of the biggest things about this match is we tend to be the heavy engage team.
Yep.
And they just drafted heavy engage against us, and it kind of threw us off as far as how the the match goes on.
Excellent point. Seriously, really good point. So, knowing that, do you have the knowledge to tell me what you have to do in order to play around that?
No, I don't.
So
I'm not, and I'm not a good Muradin. I don't like Muradin.
Yep.
ETC is my number one for sure.
Okay. So what you do in this case, I totally see that very same condition that you were just talking about. And what we do instead, we have one of the best tools in the game for counter engage right here. Alexstrasza's Dragon Queen, one of the best tools in the game. So what we do instead is, if you're not getting a lot of luck out of those picks, so like here, this is a fantastic Stormbolt. It's unfortunate that we don't have all of the follow-up possible, right? But fantastic try. Gravity Lapse can come out of it. Big damage under a Nubarak. But later on, you should actually just be looking at peeling your backline. And then if they get that huge engage that they're going to be looking for, you pop Dragon Queen and fight back into them. You drop the Phoenix on top of the engage, you know, huge spread damage, big flame strikes. And that's basically all you do. It's just peel for this Vala. So like right here. So far the biggest thing I've seen about your team is just lack of synergy. So this was unfortunate because Kael'thas gets double CC'd here, but let's have a look here. I just want to prove this. Okay, Gravity Lapse is up. Really the only relevant piece of CC that I want to talk about. Gravity Lapse is up, and so is Verdant Spheres. So this is crazy. This is a kill right here. So Gravity Lapse gets spent without Verdant Spheres, and what Kael'thas needs to be doing is waiting for you. That's the big thing here. So if we back up again, I just want to show you that this is a missed kill. Oh, okay, never mind. You used the Q right there. Actually, I think you might have it back up in time. 2, 1. Yeah, you do. Okay, perfect. Let's watch this. Oh, absolutely love this. Is it Recon, right? Recon?
Yeah.
Watch this, Recon. This is perfect, okay? Let's check this out. So, boom. The problem here is this, okay? The problem here is the Gravity Lapse. What the Gravity Lapse needs to do instead is just be a bit patient, okay? You have a stun target right here. This is the freest stun of your life if you just hold it for one more moment, okay? Rehgar gets stunned. Off the stun timer, Verdant Spheres Gravity Lapse. Always Verdant Spheres Gravity Lapse. Every single time. Because else, this Anubrak is going to be spawning beetles all day to block that E. What the Verdant Spheres does, in case anybody doesn't know, it makes Kael'thas's E go through targets and increases the stun duration. So what happens is the Stormbolt hits the target. Verdant Spheres can come from anywhere. Verdant Spheres Gravity Lapse can come from anywhere, can go through anything to get that target. And we really... Weenus here, he's dead. Absolutely dead. That's all. And I just wanted to show you this because it shows that you guys aren't quite satisfying the strengths of your comp. Sometimes, only sometimes, mind you, is it okay that Kael'thas looks for the blind E. So there, Kael'thas looked for the E stun when the Stormbolt didn't hit, so... Only sometimes should that happen, but this has happened now 3 times where the Gravity Lapse went out on a non-Stormbolt target. So that's warrior synergy with Kael'thas. So what you can do with Cersei is queue up some unranked or some team league, what have you, and all we do is run a Muradin Kael'thas or an ETC Kael'thas, and what you do is the ETC slide goes out, Kael'thas stun to follow up, that's it, and then you W off of the Flame Strike, because Kael'thas will use E, then WQ on top of the target, right? You wait for the target to drop from gravity lapse, boom, blows up from the flame strike, and then W them back into auto attack range. You can do that with Murden too. You practice that combo. You can do that with a bunch of different heroes too. You can practice that with Greymane, right? Cersei's playing the Greymane. Let's say that. And you're playing the Murden. You guys both wait in a bush. The Stukov walks by. Boom, that's the stun. That's the Cursed Bullet E auto Q auto from Greymane, right? Just practice that sort of synergy between the range damage dealer and the tank.
Yeah, I mean, it probably comes down to my comfortability on Murden. Like, normally, I'll be on an ETC and Cersei will be on a Jaina, and our synergy is just on point.
Yeah. Perfect. So it's a practice issue. You just proved it right there. So we just need to practice that combo up a little bit. And I don't normally do this, but I just wanted to really quickly pause and thank Bullrat so dang much for tier 2 subscribing to this channel. That is an unbelievable amount of support. I am so very thankful to have that. Thank you so much, Bullrat.
I shall purge your evil
Insane.
from this land, demon.
Okay, so what do we have? We have bot wave pressure. This is really good. They did get their camp, which is a problem. I was talking about a lot of us, you know, kind of trading down here, and we definitely should have got our camp out with the Vala. Actually, that's super important, so I'm going to back up real quick and look at it one more time. Right here would be a perfect time to go rush it. So you guys have, oh, this is fantastic. You guys have the wave pressure bottom. You have to go take this camp. Yeah, and all we do is just kind of look for a pick, which is just wasting time at this point, but that's okay. We learn. Yeah, you just rush this camp.
I shall purge your evil from this land, demon.
All right. We have a lot of race so far. Perfect. I was going to say, I want to see this dragon come out early. The reason being is because the first one is always aggressive spawning. So if you use the Dragon Queen to force the 50%, then that means usually if you're in the race advantage, you can pick this up, especially with the Vala. Good, good, good. Nice Stormbolt. Perfect. So that's awesome. That's a fantastic play. Now all we do is just focus here. That's it. It's fine that Cersei sits in this lane because they don't reasonably step in here. But now, they have no Greymane, actually. They can only defend, so we get all this damage in. Keeping Cersei top is okay. Good. All your job is to defend. Sometimes even, Murden, you're allowed to walk up here. This is scary against this comp. So honestly, against this, I'm not sure if I would advise it because they have such a huge combination of CC. You're allowed to walk up here and W their auto attacks just to slow them down a little bit. Or just even throw in a random Q just to stall them. So, another thing that we could have done here. Cersei is backing, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, but certainly doable. Can you tell me? Do you know? To make
Go take the camp?
this, trigger it. So you walk right here, you jump onto the camp, trigger it. You guys rip this. The reason why I say this is because 2 globes here, very important for Kael'thas because Kael'thas is mana addict, but Kael'thas isn't even there to pick them up. And honestly, you guys don't really need them too much. I think triggering this would have been big.
Okay.
It does go... Okay, yeah, now we need everybody top.
Brings order to this realm.
Well, except for Maltail, obviously, but yeah. Good, good, good.
To me, mortals, I march for hell's gates. I will bring down the gates of hell.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, see, again, this is a missed opportunity. Huge plays right here. Watch this. Massive plays. This ETC is a wild beast.
For hell's gates, I will bring down the gates of hell.
Right here. Dead ETC. He thinks he can slide under a wave 1v4 without a cleanse? He thinks he can do this? Instantly stun. Snap stun him. Faster, 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 faster. So slow on your stun. That's okay. But right off of this, we need the Verdant Sphere's Gravity Lapse, and he dies. I promise you he dies off a full engage. No repeating arrow yet, but still. He dies off of that full CC combo. If not, he escapes with not 10% health. Then he's not even a hero. Does he even have tap? No, he doesn't have tap. Huge missed opportunity there. But again, I really do feel like this can be fixed very quickly by you and your ranged assassins just jumping into games and practicing that synergy and just looking for that combo quickly. There too, he dies. He is so not allowed to be there. Oh my god. Dude, he is not allowed to be there. Not in any context. Yeah, oh, he's so dead. Also, I want to see you guys stepping up so much harder for this. Because you have level 7s on them. And you want the fort. You really do want the fort. This is a fort play for you guys. And the one big thing that you can also do here is playing the Muradin, because, okay, I really feel, here it is. So I think Muradin dies here, or sorry, ETC dies here no matter what. But ignoring this, we also step up here, okay? We step up here, we're walking in. Look at the mana bar on this Rhaegar. Unbelievably low. So what we want to do is enable our backline to step up to deal damage. Because right now you're walking away. The Immortal is tanking, so you are allowed to walk up here right now. And the other big thing it does is watch Chromie. So here comes the spells. We don't see Chromie. Okay, now we do. But now we don't see Chromie. And when her spells come in, if you are in range to see her, usually it's a lot easier to dodge, and sometimes you can throw out the Stormbolt to stop it. The fact that we don't get this fort is a huge misplay on our part exclusively. It was all in the way we played. But it's good to know.
Yep, yep.
So we would be 8 and a bit in XP right now. They're still trying to get that. Yep, okay. I was going to say we needed to grab this camp. They're faking, and we believe them. Do they go in on this? Okay, so I want to back up again real quick. No, one more, sorry. Okay, right here. Health bars are fine, mana bars are fine. We stack onto this abundance. Right here, we need to walk up aggressively. We have to walk up aggressively. So this is a mistake. We needed all of us to walk into this bush and Muradin to stay here. Walk up into this bush, boom, damage is going in. Yeah, they have vision, but it doesn't matter. We already showed them on the wave walking up at this point. Muradin's here, boom, stalling their slow. This camp's already destroyed, and we cap it. Done. Maybe we even find an engage off of this. But we give them this positioning, and they're willingly engaging us down a talent tier, down numbers. This is insane. So I want to tell you a little thing about Muradin. He has another name in our community. It starts with a B. So Muradin's other name. Let's watch this fight first. Good. Wait, what are your cooldowns? Okay. His other name starts with a B. And it's Bush. The reason why we call Muradin Bush has nothing to do with his hair on his body. It has everything to do with the way that he plays. So right here, perfect example. You're supposed to, because you guys had so much dominance in this top lane, because you had 7, you had to come up here and just bush. That's it. You just sit in the bush. That's the whole point of Muradin, I swear. And then your team clears this camp. You guys get it. If they walk into you, you get a free Stormbolt. The thing about Bush is you get, like, not hit confirm, but high hit chance out of bushes because they have no idea where this ability is coming from. Picture this.
Right.
Murden standing here, ETC standing here. Murden begins an animation. I wonder where that Stormbolt's going to get cast, right? ETC can walk this way or power slide or whatever, right? But if he's walking into a bush, he has no idea. He can assume Murden's there and then do this and walk this way. But at that point, you're already mind gaming your opponents. You're already a +1. Here too. I want to show you small things. So here, you're showing on the wave. Never. Ever, ever. You are here now. Maybe even you get out of vision and you're here now. You must become the bush. I'm not joking.
Okay.
I know it sounds troll, but I'm not kidding. It is the best way to play Murden. You have to control vision this way. Showing on the wave like this just gives your opponents freedom to walk up. Same thing here. Be here. And then off this rotation, you come here. Maybe even here. But always bush. Always bush. And you come here. To play a warrior properly, you need to get into positions of rotations before your opponents. That's playing a warrior. This is good. This is a good bush. Perfect bush. Do you see what you're doing here? Like, do you see the strength of this play? Look at this. This is unbelievable. I think she dies there, but we need the team. And the team needs to play about the bush. The team needs to know that you're looking in these bushes, looking for engagements. Yes, you guys are very close to 10, so honestly, stepping up isn't the best call. You guys just want to be splitting off, grabbing these waves, and playing safe. But same thing. You just want to control this mid. You want to make sure they don't get this rotation on your immortal. Excellent replay. This is so good. Such great information. Oh! Great. Great, great, great. If Vala's damage were there, he dies. But doesn't matter. You guys get 10 now. Okay, so we ripped the Phoenix for it. I think that's okay. I think we really need it, but that's okay. They're just splitting off as they should. Next immortal is going to be bottom side. It kind of sucks that we're... Yeah, this is a little rough. They're getting a lot of value out of this, actually. That camp they picked up was really good. As a team, I do believe it would have been smarter just to send one to clear top camp. Just because they can't fight you guys, even 5v4 with us having heroic talents.
Victory through.
Yeah, I just see the comments in chat talking about the Phoenix. The Phoenix was definitely not needed, but look at the cooldown. Like, it's already back up. So that's why I'm saying it's not really a point that we need to talk about.
Where evil can hide from my gaze. I shall march for Hell's Gates.
Oh, and that actually proves to be a decent detriment here because we ended up sending somebody to clear top because of the amount of pressure that was amassing. We lose out on a lot of value of the immortal. So always, always, always do that beforehand. Do that proactively instead of reactively. See that camp coming in, see them capping it, and know as a shot caller, they capped it while we were still DPSing bottom immortal. We see that cap, we're like, Kael'thas back and go top, or like Kael'thas go clear wave, or Vala safe rotate to top, and then come bottom for the immortal. Just stuff like that. Okay, let me have another look at this. Everything just happened so fast. You definitely need to be further up on this fight. Yeah, looking for a jump stun. There's the jump. Okay. Okay, you turn around. Yeah. This is good. That's good aggro play. I really do see the... Okay. I don't... So obviously that was a mechanical misplay. You missed the stun onto Chromie, but I don't see your teammates following up off of it to get a kill, so it's not worth really talking about. Obviously, you know that missing that's bad, but what
Yeah.
I do want to talk about is we're seeing a lot of the lack of synergy coming in here and not getting us kills that I do believe we should have gotten otherwise. So just quickly going over this fight again. Like, let's just assume Muradin and Kael'thas have not used spells, okay? Boom, jumps in. Nothing really found yet. Sure, this is okay, but we turn back on this guy, right? Or here, boom, perfect. Stun lands, Verdant Spheres over top, huge flame strike, dead. No question about it, absolutely dead. Right, let's have another just quick look at this. Stun was fantastic, but the Verdant stun needs to come off of it, and the damage needs to come off of that. Because, oh, you went Haymaker. I didn't even see that. So Haymaker, I think, is a mistake this game. Haymaker has its value, but we were talking about it earlier. You know, they've got a heavy engage comp. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, this is a missed kill because you have Haymaker. You land that stun. Do you have jump up? No, you don't. But maybe you can just walk and get the Haymaker back. But anyways, I think you guys would do a lot better if you basically just peel for your team and then find kills off of it. You have a lot of turn. You have Dragon. You have Malthael.
Thus ends my assault on hell.
That's okay. So yeah, I really think that, again, if you guys can just work on that warrior and ranged assassin synergy, big plays coming out of it.
Hero slain.
Your world is upside.
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest for a time.
Considering all the information we've talked about so far this game, I want you to tell me how you guys get this camp. What do you have to do differently in order to get this camp?
You mean me or the team?
Both. How does your team get this camp?
Well, this wave is I cut up between Vision and hang out in the bush on the right, and they go straight to the camp.
So we're looking at enemy team vision right now.
You made him suffer.
So they see you guys up here. They assume you're going for the camp. So this is obviously a bit of a problem, but
Yep,
you
and
should
he's
be
about to
here.
die.
You should be here. And Vala should be here. Or Vala should be on the camp. Honestly, Vala should be on the camp and you should be here. That's it. That's the way you guys get this. It's almost never the right call to have a warrior DPSing a camp.
Okay.
Hero slain.
That's okay. We are trading. Yeah, all we want to do here is defend. So you just want to be able to step up Kael'thas a little bit to get some, yeah, some damage going. Malthael, okay, he decides to come up instead. See, Malthael should have pushed this wave plus that wave because everybody was showing top. Would have been a pretty big play. Gets you guys 13 as well.
We immortals shall return before.
Yeah, the only thing we should be concerned about at this point is getting 13, so bit of a missed opportunity there. Bottom side, lots of minions we missed out on. How are they not all dead? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, we get all the follow-up damage here. Here comes... So Malthael needs to get in here. Okay, he gets Cocoon, that's fine. Yeah, Malthael needs to continue fighting right here. This is a really big fight for him. That's one more auto attack in a Q. Dead. Dragon came out too late as well. I think Dragon should have come out instead of Cleansing Flame. You guys have the pressure bottom side, so this is pretty good. Mana Addict OP. Very hectic fight.
Yeah, we got split.
Yep. Did this guy actually go Crowd Surfer? Yeah, Living Bomb for Cocoon could really help out as well. Let's have a look at this next Cocoon. Yeah, this is almost exclusively a positioning error here. So Kael'thas needs to be like down here or something. Because as it sits right now, they can actually just all collapse onto Kael'thas without worry. They stage dive on this if they even want to. They can burrow charge onto this and they just get a free kill. Look at all this damage. They know that Mana Addict is no longer up, so that's just a positioning error.
So every game we've lost has had a Chromie on it.
Yep.
On the other team. How much of what you're seeing here is just us or anything Chromie related? Because I don't see anything big Chromie related, really.
No, I don't think Chromie's a problem at all. I really don't. They have not... So Chromie is a early game hero. If you don't win early game with Chromie, you're not playing her correctly. You guys won the first two Immortals, so already Chromie just... very low value hero so far this game. Yeah, she controls I don't know, a lot of chokes with the slowing sands and stuff like that, but no, I'm not seeing Chromie as the problem so far. So far what I'm seeing is your team doesn't position properly in order to secure certain things like this. The camp was a good example. Actually, the camp 2 times a good example. And your team doesn't have the mechanical synergy built up yet. So far, I think you guys have missed 5 to 10 kills, or at least kill opportunities, just because the CC chain hasn't hit. So both these teams are actually having similar problems, right? They haven't gotten that crazy blow up with the Chromie where, you know, a noob finds the burrow charge, is impale off of it, ETC slides, you know, there's a big damage from Chromie on top plus the Grey Mane engage. So neither of these teams have found their early game win conditions, but your guys' draft is definitely more forgiving in the fact that, you know, you've got a lot of spread damage. It's easier for you guys to do damage to the Immortals, and so far you rotated better than your opponents. You controlled the map a little bit better.
The demon has fallen, but he will rise again in time. Red team has destroyed a fort.
So you guys want to try to force... See what their warrior does here? Steps up and just watches the rotation. That's good. These shields are so tilting. This is twice this guy gets away with 0 HP, but he doesn't die. Good. Oh. So we use dragon for this. It's a little scary, but we end up getting kills. We get this camp. We need to get our camp. We need to clear bottom. We're going to be able to get a lot of positioning off of that because they're going to have to go top to clear. Yeah, so they go top to clear, but it's top side. So immediately step up. Good, good, good. So that play was actually really good. You guys ran a little bit of a scary situation considering how they hit 16 mid-fight, so we were willingly fighting in down a talent tier, even numbers. So it did get a little bit scary in there, but I do think it was okay considering the circumstances. Now, we actually have a pretty big advantage right here. The reason being, the immortal that is being contested is closer to the enemy wave. Therefore, we're actually able to step up real quick and drop some Kael'thas damage on here as long as we know where the enemy team is and clear before they do. Puts us at a pretty big advantage. Okay. I want to have a look at this. Because we let them push in, step up, and we just walk away. We give them every bit of positioning. Like everything. They just walked up and didn't even use an ability, and we just gave them this positioning. I don't think we should do that. What do they have? Go for the throat? Ah, no Avatar makes it tough, though. Pretty big turn. You guys get one kill? Nice. Melville. Another kill. So, this is what I think you guys should have done here instead. As soon as they step in and you guys give all of the lane over, go clear top, see what they do. If all they're going to do is sit here and do nothing, that's fine with us. We have bottom pushing. We actually are the ones with lane pressure. They aren't. We're on talent tiers, so technically us fighting on the enemy immortal means we are willing to fight at a disadvantage. And considering that they have a stun comp and a chromie, it's a pretty significant disadvantage, because what happens if we accidentally step up, get stunned, and then the immortal stun appears right below us? I've seen it happen before. My Tempo Storm has lost games because of that. So what you do is you just clear top. That's it. Clear top, maybe even clear another wave. Wait, look at this. Okay? If you start seeing this going down, you know that one of them is on here. High chance it is either the Rhaegar or the Greymane. Most of the times it's going to be the Greymane. As soon as you see that, then you step in. They have to do something. The burden of execution is currently on the enemy team. Because of how close we are to this wave, we clear this wave, boom. Now we're the ones with the pressure in the bot lane, and it's honestly on a keep by itself. Look at the positioning of the Fallen Shaman. We have a lot of minions in front of the Fallen Shaman. Therefore, this gets a keep if left uncontested. So, two things. One, we watch the Immortal health. If they respond, we now get a free 50. If they go bottom and clear the wave, again, same condition, we get a free 50. Fighting fast here is the last thing we want to do. Yeah, there it is. That's what I just spoke about. You see this? The stun?
Yep.
That's the Immortal stun. Wait, wasn't it? I swear that was the Immortal stun. Am I crazy? I gotta look at this again. Immortal stun goes out. Yeah, that's the Immortal stun. F. Right there. Yeah, all you do is clear this wave. That's it. I want to just look at this. Yeah, look at the positioning of our shaman. Look how much damage this is going to be doing. That's good info for your team, though, because this was lost exclusively based on one of our decisions.
I move to new ground.
What a powerful camp that Fallen Shaman is.
The demon moves for the
So, I like this for a few reasons. We have a very good anti-siege comp. Okay, we've got Haymaker, we've got Vala, and we have Kael'thas. So, as soon as this goes down, Phoenix comes onto the opening. So here too, you do absolutely nothing standing here, right? You're just walking around, honestly just taking damage at this point. So mount up and get in this side bush. Start threatening a flank. You can walk up and queue this Chromie and then alter back into the team. Or you could do the same thing with ETC or anyone. Like, you can force over here better.
Right.
Kind of like what this Malthael is doing. Oh, that was actually such a good self-cleanse. Is that self-cleanse? Yeah.
red team has destroyed a fort.
Good. We drop a keep, though, which sucks.
Blue team's core is under attack. The demon's attack has failed.
This is a good play because you guys are assuming they're going to be taking their camps and you want to try to force a fight. Phoenix wasn't needed here, though, and that might prove to be problematic. Actually, no, it won't.
I shall land in a moment.
Yep, hold on to yours a little bit. You see them use eye for it, so you freak out. This is good. We just want the 50. She hit it before our opponents, so that's excellent. But this is a bit of an issue. So right now, send somebody top. We're wasting time already. Send someone top. They have to clear this wave. Send them top and then maybe just like step up into a bush. But we just defend, eh? But then we have to send somebody onto this wave. Have to right away. Right away. Jeez. So a few things here. One, I really think you guys had great positioning here. So you catch this bush, this is good, but I do think we just needed immediately somebody to go and clear this. It doesn't do much, but it actually really does very little actually at this point. So it's not the biggest thing. I think we could have quickly cleared top and then maybe got this bottom and got closer to 20, but the problem is that they're 20, right? That's obviously the biggest issue here. Do we let in an Uberak on this flank? Okay, so you're here. It's fine. You see a noob. Okay, there's not much you can do. I would be following a noob at this point, just peeling. So where, okay, you are, okay, you're following ETC. Why is Vala up there? We're split off so hard on a comp that wants to group, but I guess it's kind of difficult because you're against the Chromie too. That was the issue right there, just pushing up too far. We had an abundance on the ground. We have dragon healing, but we pushed up a bit too far. Can Cersei carry this fight? I do not think so. Oh, yes, dragon, please. Dragon is so insane.
Blue team's core.
I see that they fail on this. Yep.
Yeah, this was interesting.
I thought you were gonna 200 IQ find that guy. It's good. Here is probably your best option because you want to be able to secure the race. They're not going to outrace you guys with without Greymane. They're only going to try to counter engage. So you should have actually been here to stop the engagement. They'll never try to race you. Well, they shouldn't at least. If they do, they just lose. Cersei, please carry us. Dragon gone. Oh boy. Ooh, that Chromie landed huge damage there. Staged, yeah. Game ends off this, right? They just grab Immortal.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a comment in chat. I also agree. The upgrade to Haymaker. First off, I don't think you should be going Haymaker at all here, just because of the nature of their comp. It's very bursty. You know, they have Chromie, they have Greymane, huge burst. They have 2 of the best tanks for burst combos. So you need that survivability, A, and B. I think Haymaker is okay in some situations, but if you guys are wanting to like play a tight team game, I really do think that Avatar is better.
Okay.
In almost every scenario. If you need the tankiness, then you go hardened at 20, and if you want the if you find you're not dying or not getting pressured too much, rewind is definitely the way to go.
Demon moves for the gates of heaven.
Yeah, they just find a fight. Yep.
Red team has destroyed a fort. Blue team's core is under attack. Heroes slain.
Okay. What do we have here too? Heavy impact can be okay. I think Skullcracker most of the time is better. Healing static's good, Thunderburn good, but I think Skullcracker most of the time is better. I see the Fleur in chat is saying, I told him Haymaker simply to get Greymane off of the backline. What works even better is getting Muradin to just get on top of the Greymane, using W for the auto attack slow, and then just the consistent stuns from Haymaker, or sorry, from Skullcracker is so good at peeling the Greymane. It buys your team a lot of time to just trade damage as well. So Skullcracker is insanely valuable. If that's why you picked Haymaker, Haymaker is not a peel tool. Haymaker is an engagement tool. You find the stun, you jump over top, you get the Haymaker back in, you blow up that target. If you're having to use Haymaker for disengage, I think, in my opinion, you're playing the Muradin not as well as you could. But okay, so a lot of big things this game, in my opinion. Most of them, obviously, we went very in depth. The way that you are securing bushes for your team can use a lot of improvement, and I kind of went over all the spots that I thought were smart. Basically, the way that you have to look at playing a warrior is your whole job, Recon, is to, that's actually funny because your name's Recon, give information to your team. Okay, give information to your team by securing bushes, because that secures rotations and vision, right?
I'm usually pretty good at it, and I just think on this map with Muradin, like all the casters that cast our NGS, they always say Recon doing Recon. Like there's just something about this match, and maybe it was me on Muradin not being comfortable, it just kind of fell apart a bit. Perfect.
How can you go about improving that in the future then is the question. If this is just one specific game where it happened, how can you do that? You can do that by obviously just practicing the hero a little bit more, getting more comfortable with him. I can't say just play this map because it's random, but I think it's mainly just an
Right
issue
now,
with
yeah.
practicing the hero. That's all, and just because Muradin is a little bit different from other warriors in the way he plays, so I think that'll help out a lot. You did say that you're less comfortable on him than normal, but honestly, the bush control identical to ETC. ETC's win condition is very similar, but you just exchange the Stormbolt with Power Slide. That's it. So play him more like ETC, and you will
All right.
find a lot of value. And then as a team, very little cohesion between the stun and the damage from like Kael'thas and the stuns from Kael'thas. So as a team, I went over it a lot, but you guys work on that and you will find a lot more success in your games, I promise.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining me on community coaching. Thanks for submitting the replay and the support of the channel. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. Okay, I will talk to you later.
Bye.
Beautiful.